Welcome back, traders, to another new video. Thanks for tuning in again. I have been on vacation for a long time, but now I'm back again and we're here with a new video. Today we will do a quick recap on the trade which I took this Friday on GBP USD, and I would say let's don't waste any time and get straight into. Before we take a look at the GBP US dollar, let's take a look at the dollar index and see what our idea for the week was. So here is Monday's candle, and Monday traded away from a inversion volume imbalance, which we capitalized on again, traded through it, and then Monday traded into it, and then we rallied away from it. We took out the buy stops of the 60-day open float, as you can see here, and we were targeting for and aiming for the volume imbalance right here, which was still open above this swing high, and all of our targets were met this week. We were also anticipating for a setup maybe on EU, that dollar index would retrace into this open daily fair value gap which formed during the week, and then we maybe could see one more push higher, but it never gave us the setup on dollar index. But we got the scenario on GBP USD, which we will talk about in a minute. But as you can see, we are inside a bullish order flow. We're respecting down close candles, and as you can see, we are constantly rating the buy stops above the marketplace, and right now we have nothing for open floats in terms of the look back of 60 days. So we have taken all the buy stops, and right now I probably anticipate a very impulsive move above this high right here, with a great expansion, probably targeting this volume fair value gap right here, which is still open. So let's see how this plays out. We have taken all the buy stops of the open float, and this means we could see an aggressive expansion to the upside. But now let's also take a look at Euro GBP. I have it here. This is important for the trade selection, the pair selection process, because you must determine which currency is weak and which currency is underlying strong. For example, if you want to trade the euro or euro US dollar or the GBP US dollar, you must look at Euro GBP to determine which pair is most favorable for you. And as you can see, we rallied from traded down on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday into a daily order block, a bullish one, after taking out the sell stops right here. And we saw a great movement on Wednesday right here with this strong impulsive up move, and on Thursday I thought we would come up and clear this high right here, and that was my expectation. So I expected a bullish euro pound, meaning euro is strong and GBP, the pound, is weak. So that's why if we were looking to short euro USD or GBP USD, we should short GBP USD because the pound is weak, and that's what I did on Friday. We can just quickly go here into the intraday price action right here. As you can see, the day started off bullish right here, but then at the end of the day we kind of reversed going into the close. So as you can see, there was sponsorship behind this movement and my idea of higher prices, but we never took out this high. Now let's go into the actual setup. Let's start off from the weekly time frame, because on the weekly time frame we really had no point of interest right here. You could also use the wick of this weekly bearish order block right here and say this is your point of interest, but I didn't use it. I only looked for a target for this week. So we were looking for downside, and I was looking for a counter PD array meaning a buy side PD array, and this was the bullish weekly order block, which I wanted to see price trade to. And on the daily time frame, we can get more specific. We're seeing bearish institutional order flow the last couple of months, and so meaning up close candles are getting respected, and we trade through the down close candles. So what I wanted to see, we have the Monday's candle right here. We traded up into a daily bullish order block, the body of it. I think we failed to reach it right here by a few pips, 1 or 2. I think so. So unfortunately, but I didn't trade anyways on Monday because it was a bank holiday for the US dollar. And on Tuesday, we saw the reaction away from it, traded lower, took out this swing low. Let's zoom out a little bit. So we took out this low, and Wednesday showed us a continuation from the daily order block, which was also a nice opportunity right here to short, but I didn't trade the setup because I wasn't in front of the charts, and we perfectly cleared out the sell side liquidity on Wednesday below this low. So also beautiful setup. Wednesday would probably be the most ideal setup to go short. You would capture nearly the whole weekly range, but then we had Thursday's price action, and we created a new daily fair value gap, and that one I saw on Thursday evening, and then I thought if price would trade up into the daily fair value gap on Friday, I would take a short, because we also had some high impact news releases on this day, meaning there could be still some movement inside the weekly range. And right here on the 1 hour chart, you can see the central bank dealers range right here. And on Monday, as you can see, we filled in the liquidity void which we had from this low, and then traded lower from here. Then we have the daily fair value gap. I refined it from this low right here to this high right here, and in this zone there were price was trading inefficiently in this refined price zone. That's why it was very sensitive as we came up on Friday, and as you can see, the following reaction we saw away from this level. We didn't take out our final target. I have the position still running and hoping that price will reach my final target. But before we go into that, let's look where I took my executions at. Usually I don't go into a 5-minute chart in such low time frames, but as you can see, once we reached this level, took out the London high right here. So we had a medium impact news release for the US dollar at 10 a.m. and as you can see, we traded above the London high, and we saw a reaction away from it, and immediately we started seeing bearish order flow kicking in. As you can see, we respected this fair value gap right here, traded lower, created another fair value gap, traded into it, and right there I went short. First partials were taken below this low right here. I took something out on this candle, and then we saw a small retracement back into it, retesting the wick of the order block, and then we traded lower. Then I took some partials below this rejection block, the equal candle bodies right here on this candle. I took something more off, 20% again, then another 20% once we breached this low, then another 20%, always scaling out in 20% steps of the remaining lot size I have. Once we filled in the 15-minute fair value gap right here, I took something off right here on this candle at 13 o'clock New York time. And the last position, I thought I was already late in the day and I want to take something more off because I still had a large portion running. I took something off right below the rejection block, below these equal candle bodies, as you can see here. And price then retraced a little bit higher. My stop loss is resting right here. Right now I'm gonna show you my MT4 screenshot in a second. It will probably be popping up right now in the video, and that's actually the trade. We have gone over the dollar index, the pair selection process with Euro GBP, and then I showed you how I framed the setup on the higher time frame down to the lower time frame, and how I managed the trade and scaled out of my position very consistently, and the trade was very profitable. My final objective is right here. Here I will take probably 80% off and then leave, maybe a small portion running if we can see further downside expansion. And I hope you enjoyed the video. As you know, I'm back again, and you can expect regular uploads during the next few months. And I would say have a great day, stay safe, trade safe, bye.